What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I don't know if you guys watched my last video when I did the review of the Electro. I said that I was going to do a quick review of the haul that I had, of what I picked up this week. So this is going to be a quick pickup of the week. I did some toy hunting earlier this week, and I picked a few things up and I ordered some things online. So first, let me show you the new reading material. Now, with all this talk of Avengers Doomsday and the comic that is based off, I decided, even though I'm a fan of the old school one, I decided to get the graphic novel of the Secret Wars from, I believe this came out in 2015. So this is gonna be the next read of mine. So I picked that up. And I also picked up this today. Now I have the first Blade comic that came out. So I went and got the back issues that I'm missing from Blade. So I got Blade 2, issue 3, issue 4, and issue 5. So I was glad to find these at my comic shop. So I'm looking forward to catch up on what I missed from that. And finally, I was able to find one of the epic collections of Blade and the Night Stalkers. So that's probably gonna be the next read. I'll probably read this before I catch up on the other Blade, since I don't know too much of the Blade lore. So this is gonna get me into it. I don't think this is based on doesn't look like it's based on the like 70s original title, which I think it was Tomb of Dracula. So, but anyway, I decided to pick that up, and I decided to pick up Rat City Volume 1, which is Spawn that came out, I think this is what, 2008. And I decided to pick up the figure, which I have all the way over there, that I was messing with. So I saw this, and this was only $10. So I decided, let me read this. I've never, it sounded familiar, the Rat City. So I said, let me just read it. Let me just pick it up. And I picked up the figure. I was playing around with the figure. So it looks pretty dope. So I'm going to read it. It has like a cyberpunk type of vibe to it. So at some point I'll read this. And I think that's all I picked up from the comic shop today. And, you know, when I was at the toy show a couple of weeks ago, I did pick up a Hobgoblin, which was only 25 bucks, which I was surprised to find it out in the wild. I was actually able to order a Green Goblin. Now I know they're re-releasing this and it's on pre-order, and I've seen it on GameStop. I think it's releasing this month or next month, but I found this for like $37 on Amazon, and I was like surprised. So I decided to go ahead and order it. So I'm happy to finally have Green Goblin to my collection. So I've been trying to put together the Spider-Man animated series Rogues Gallery of Villains. So I'm still looking for a Rhino, a Vulture, who else? Rhino, Vulture, Scorpion, and a Kingpin, I believe. But so far, I guess I might as well get the original Electro when he comes out. I do have the Peter Parker, which I picked up from my local toy store. Gwen Stacy, I would love to find her out in the open. And Daredevil, I think I've seen Daredevil, but I think they want maybe like almost $60 or $70. And I was able to find that Spider-Man out in the wild too. So I did pick it up. Also picked up Kraven. I found this for 27 bucks on Amazon. So I had to order Kraven. So I was happy I got him. So far so good on the Rogues Gallery. So if I could pick up those 3 or 4 enemies, then I think I'll be straight with Spider-Man, you know. So I'm a more completist with that than I was with the X-Men. Maybe at some point I might revisit the X-Men animated series and try to put it together if the prices aren't that crazy by then. But right now I'm kind of like hyped to put that together. Next, I decided to pull the trigger on this Ronin series on the what's it called, the Night Watchers. Now I thought that there was a Donatello, but I was only able to find the Michelangelo and the Leo. But these figures are awesome. The other ones that came out, like last year, I haven't bust them out the box yet. So I decided I'll get these and bust these out the box. I'm not sure if they're the same. So I'm just gonna play around with these for like figure photography, but these are definitely awesome. So I definitely glad I got them. So I did get Michelangelo. I don't think Raphael came out yet, so I'm gonna be on the lookout for Donatello to see if maybe I missed them or missed out on him. And then of course, if you watched my last video, I did a review of Electro. I went to one of my Targets today and I actually saw him again out in the wild, but there was only one. So I don't know if people are picking him up or they don't have enough or what's the deal, but that was also a pickup that I did, and I did a review and unboxing. Also, let's see what else I got. Also, I got this at FYE, which is awesome. A Marvel Select Red Hulk. I had to pick him up. I think this is much better Red Hulk than the one we got for Brave New World, and I would put him on the same pedestal as the Hasbro Hulk that came out a couple of years ago that I picked up, that I have put away, but I was happy to find this Red Hulk, so that was pretty dope. So eventually I'll probably crack him out the box, but I might leave him in box for now, since I'm still technically having fun with the other Red Hulk, posing him around. But I thought that was a dope pickup. And what else we have next? While I was at the FYE, I decided to get this Weapon X statue from the Marvel Gallery. I think it's the same company, Selects. So I decided to get Weapon X. So that's pretty dope. And I saw that they're re-releasing the Weapon X action figure, which I already have that action figure. I was able to find it when I went to the Comic-Con, last month, and it was up for 25 bucks, and I see that now they're re-releasing it and they have it on pre-order, so I'm happy that I got it already. So this is another graphic novel series that I bought that I'm gonna read later on too. So I decided that was dope, so I picked that up. So I'm gonna crack that out the box eventually and place them somewhere. Now, I didn't even know what this was. I saw this a couple of times at Ollie's, and I seen Ollie's is getting new things. And I wouldn't be surprised if people are gonna start buying up a lot of the new Marvel stuff they're getting to scalp them, because I've seen they did it with the Joe Fix-It. Because I saw the Joe Fix-It was what, $10 or $15 at Ollie's, and now if you go to Amazon, they're selling it for like $30. And I saw that Ollie's has that 3-pack with Banshee, Gambit, and Psylocke. And I checked 2 Ollie's and they don't have it. It could just be that my Ollie's is garbage as usual, but normally they'll have it in droves, and I wouldn't be surprised if people are buying them up to resell them, because I think that's what they did with the 66 Batman Batcave that I can't find at Ross. And when I go online, you could buy it for $37, but there's a likelihood people are buying them and scalping them. And it's very aggravating and frustrating, because I think Ollie should start putting a limit on how many you can buy. And maybe they don't care. They're like, whatever, just buy it, because they just want to get rid of it. But like people like me who actually want to buy it to collect it, we can't get a chance to, because all the scalpers are taking them. But anyway, I'm surprised these are still left. But this is the MODOK World Domination Tour. And I saw this a couple of times. They have a bunch of these still at Ollie's. It looks like this was a Hasbro Pulse project that they had back in 2021, and I didn't hear about this as I'm not a big MODOK person, even though I wanted to. They still have MODOK, the normal MODOK, on Amazon for a good price. I do know MODOK is a pivotal character in the Marvel universe. I know that they didn't do him justice in the last Ant-Man movie, which I didn't watch, and I have no reason to watch it. So I said, you know what, let me just get this since MODOK is there. So I reviewed it. I didn't review it, but I looked it up online and I saw that it does come with 2 characters, and the comic line is pretty crazy, which I'm gonna look for it. He comes with like an Elvis look with shades, and maybe I'll do an unboxing of this. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of it online, but as you can see, that's kind of how he looks with the Elvis look. So that's pretty cool. And I like how they designed this kind of like a suitcase or a bag case you would put equipment in. So maybe I'll keep the box, but I'm not gonna crack him out yet. I'll probably leave him in here for a while until I could display him perfectly. But this looks like it was originally 80 and they have it for 30. So I'm surprised the scalpers haven't destroyed these yet, but they had a bunch of these. Now when it comes to wrestling, I decided to get CM Punk. I'm not the biggest CM Punk fan in the world. CM Punk is cool, but I said, you know what? Let me get a CM Punk, because I don't have a CM Punk in my collection, and I feel like it's gonna get harder and harder to find a CM Punk, because I do know that he has the basic that just came out of how he looked, I think, when he first got to WWE with the long hair in the orange trunks, and I like this one. That's like the iconic pose that he did. I think this is maybe one of the pipe bombs, but as you can see there. So I decided, you know what? And plus it was 20% off. Target was having another sale. So this came out to like 16 bucks. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and just pick up a CM Punk to finally have a CM Punk in my collection. And then I decided, you know what? Let me get this Stone Cold. Felt like I had enough Stone Colds, but that one is pretty cool. Comes with the cooler, comes with the drink, and it comes with the outfit. I guess he wore this in 2019. So I thought that was pretty funny. So I said, you know what? Can't go wrong with a Stone Cold. So I decided to pick that up. And then I didn't pull the trigger on this before, but I was like, let me just pick it up. But I think they're coming out with an Ultimates version, which I'm not really interested in, but I said, let me at least have one version of it. So I decided to pick up the Final Boss Rock. So pick that up finally. I just saw that randomly at my home store, Walmart. And I don't know if I reviewed this or showed this, but I finally got my Cyclops in the mail. And of course, I see this popping up at the GameStops. And I finally got Marrow, which I also saw popping up at GameStop. And I'm just having fun with these, posing them around. I think I've had this for a minute. I started posting them on TikTok, and I'm probably gonna take more poses with her. I'm gonna start putting together the Build-A-Figure Nemesis. I have Nightcrawler, which is the last one in this series, ordered, and he'll probably be coming in next week. And I believe that's it. And I finally ordered the tumbler from the Dark Knight. After, I think they had it on sale for like $117, but it's coming from the UK. And I remember the prices will always flip-flop from that seller, and I just decided to pull the trigger. It was like $117. So in total came out to like $120 something. So I was like, let me just get it now before I can never get that tumbler. And that's my Batman. Like, the Christian Bale Batman series is my favorite Batman. And it's like, I have the McFarlane 89. I was able to get the camouflage tumbler from the Dark Knight Rises that when they broke into the Batcave or Wayne Enterprises and stole the other mock-ups of the tumbler or whatever. And that came fast, because I'm sure a lot of people aren't getting that, but I at least got that one. And I didn't want to get the McFarlane Batman Forever or Batman and Robin, especially now that I have the cartoon version that looks like the 90s toy of the Batman Forever, which I thought was dope. So that's good enough for me to have that Batmobile displayed, and hopefully they'll come out with a Batman and Robin 90s toy version of that. So I'll get that, and then that'll be like displayed. But the tumbler will be coming in, so I'm excited to get that, and the Nightcrawler, and then I can fully put the Nemesis together, and then I can finally pose all these up with the Professor X that I had picked up a while ago from the toy shop. And let me see if I got any. All right, this is like right next to me. So again, the first three Michael Bay films of Transformers are my favorite ones. Of course, Dark of the Moon is my favorite, but I saw this one, The Construction Overload, from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, which was considered probably like the worst Transformers, but I got this one because I believe this one combines, it says Construction Overload combines with his comrades to form Devastator. So I know Devastator was that big machine that combined together. So that's what he looks like, and that's what he transforms into. So I'm assuming that the other robot is gonna come out soon, and I wonder if they're gonna have, or they're gonna take out his balls that were jangling, that were like wrecking balls. So, which was, you know, I don't know, Michael Bay's humor, but there it goes. So that was an awesome pickup, you know. And I like how they're coming out with these Michael Bay versions. But I noticed I want them to come out more with, I hope next they come out with more of the not the Decepticons, but the Autobots, because I haven't seen them. The only one I was able to pick up that I found was Bumblebee, and I think that was from it might have been from Revenge of the Fallen or Dark of the Moon, but that's the only Autobot that I found. And of course, I was happy to find Booker T. So happy. I randomly found them at my home spot, Walmart, just randomly looking. I said, let me just see, and boom, I haven't seen them anywhere else. Like, these are one of the characters that you cannot find anywhere, man. It's unbelievable. And I believe the chase is with the white pants and red flames, which I would love to find out in the wild if I can. But this is one of my favorite Booker T runs, is with the TV title. He has so many awesome matches with Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit. I forgot who else he fought, but one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Booker T. So I'm so happy to finally find that. I was happy to find Harlem Heat, even though one of them is the normal one and one of them is the chase. So I have like the regular Stevie Ray in the purple, and then I have the Booker T in black, which I think is the chase. So they're both different colors, so it's kind of annoying, but those were really hard to find too. But there was a bunch of Stevie Rays and no Booker T. So I was able to find Booker T. Come to find out, it's a different color because it's the chase. And these were on sale. This was like half off, was the Rookie and Mr. Bloom. So I had my eye on this for a while, but I was like, I'm not paying $70 for this. It's an awesome looking figure. I don't know anything about these characters. You know, you could do like a Unk on his channel where, you know, it'll be a terrible figure unless he finds it at Ross for $5, you know, Uncle Tim. But nah, this was like 50% off at Target the last week of March, so I decided to finally pick it up. So I'll definitely read up on it more to see what these characters are. I see that the GCPD robot has like a bat emblem on his chest, so I don't know if he's supposed to chase the Batman. I don't know if that's a Batman. It just doesn't give you too much info, but I'll probably crack him out the box just to look at him. And last but not least, of course, I try to collect as many Rogue Gallery bad guys from Batman. So I got the Killer Croc. I think this is old. It's been out for a while, but they had him for 30% off. Just like they had I don't think they had the Doomsday one for cheap a while ago, but I never pulled the trigger, and I bought it for full price like an idiot. But whatever, I picked up the Killer Croc. It was like 30% off, so I definitely wanted to add that to my collection. And that is all. That is the toy haul of the week. Not sure if I'm gonna go toy hunting the rest of this weekend. I think I might just chill and do some gaming, relax. I know there's some drama with the new Switch 2 coming out, and they delayed the pre-order. Whatever, I'm still gonna get it. I'm gonna just trade in all my old Switches to get it. It is what it is. But let me know what you think. Hopefully you like what you saw. Please like and subscribe and comment, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Keep hunting. Peace.